First of all, let us all say Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Now, Kayan Prabhuji, can you chant Harekrishna three times?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Very good. Very good. Very nice. We were studying this verse from the Bhagavad Gita, that is Bhagavad Gita verse 5.29, chapter 5, verse 29. Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarva loka maheshwaram suhridam sarva bhutanam gyatva mam shantim rachati. So in this verse, Krishna is talking about 3 points here. And this verse actually gives the peace formula. So the 3 points we have mentioned here on this slide. Krishna is the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifice and austerities. Krishna is the supreme proprietor of everything, universes, planets, living beings, Mother Nature, everything. Krishna is the well-wishing friend of every living entity. Okay, when we understand these 3 points perfectly, then we can attain peace. So in order to attain world peace, everybody, each and every person should understand this and apply this. Not just knowing is not enough. He has to apply it, and then we can attain world peace. Okay, so today we are going to revise the 3rd point, because little bit we had spoken about this point number 3 last time. So we are going to discuss further this point in detail. First, I would like you to look at this image. I hope it is visible. Yes. See, look at this image. This reference is taken from Mundaka Upanishad. Upanishad is also part of Vedas. Okay, it's a part of Vedas, our scriptures. So this Upanishad says that the Lord and the living entity are compared to 2 birds sitting in a tree. While the illusion living entity eats the fruits of material world, the Lord as super soul and the best friend witnesses these activities. So here you can see one bird who is tasting the fruits, right? And there is another bird, he is witnessing the actions of the other bird, right? And can you see that the bird which is eating the fruit has turned his face away from the other bird, from the witnessing bird. So the bird who is eating the fruit is soul, living entities, us, all of us who are in this material world, who are trying to enjoy the resources that are provided to us by this Mother Nature. So all living beings are being represented by this bird who is eating the fruits here. And the bird and the other bird who is witnessing is compared to Krishna. Okay, Krishna, super soul. See, we are souls and Krishna is super soul. Within our heart, you know where soul is located in the body? Soul is located in the area of the heart. Do you realize that whatever feelings we have, we strongly feel them in our heart, right? Yes, we feel within our hearts. Why is it so? Because we as souls are residing in this area of the heart. In the body, the place where heart is, the soul resides there. So all the feelings we feel in our heart. And what else? If we consider as an heart as an organ of the body, so it is the heart which is most important organ of the body, because it's making all the other organs work, right? If a heart is removed from the body, body can no longer function. Heart plays the most important role in maintaining the body and keeping all the functions in place. Because ultimately, what does heart do? What does heart do? It distributes the oxygenated blood, right, in all the body cells, and also it helps in purifying the carbon dioxide rich blood by sending it to lungs, where there is a gaseous exchange. You have heard this, you have learned this in your science. Have you learned this in your science class? Okay, very good. So heart plays a very, very important role in maintaining the body. And if heart is removed, body can no longer function. So why this organ is most important? Because this is the place where the soul resides. Souls means we reside. We are souls. We are not this body. Within this body that is provided to us by Mother Nature, within this body, we are residing in the area of the heart. And one more thing, very important, there are two souls in our hearts. There are two souls. Every living entity, there are two souls. One is that living entity itself, and the other is the super soul, Krishna. Look at this drawing. See here. Krishna, as a super soul, we say in Sanskrit or Hindi, we say Paramatma. Soul is known as Atma. We are soul, we are Atma. And Krishna is Paramatma, super soul. So here, as you can see, that Krishna, in the form of his expansion as super soul, is residing in each and every living entity. Can you see? Each and every living entity. So actually, each and every species that we see around has two souls residing inside. One is the living entity, the soul himself, and the other is super soul, Krishna, who is witnessing the activities of each and every being. Is it not astonishing? Do you find this very astonishing? How is it possible that, there are two souls in the heart of every living being? Now you can ask another question, that there are certain lower life forms who do not have an organ called heart. Or when we talk about tree doesn't have a heart. Or if we talk about single cell organisms like amoeba or protozoa, it doesn't have a heart. So where does Krishna reside? Or where does the soul reside in that body? Are you getting this question in mind? That Mataji is saying that soul and super soul, they are residing in the heart. But now there are many life forms who do not have a heart. So where does the soul reside or super soul reside in those bodies? Are you getting this question in your mind or not? Then, you have to understand heart at the subtle level. You understand mind. What does mind do? Mind has three activities primarily: thinking, feeling, and willing. Okay? Mind. What does mind do? Thinking, feeling, and willing. These are primarily three activities of the mind. Okay? Now, when we talk about heart, at the subtle level, when we talk about heart is the center of the mind. Example, mind is what? What does mind do? Mind thinks. Now, when you think about any specific person or any specific entity, for example, you see a mobile, a new model, some advertisement. Now you want to purchase it. So why do you want to purchase? Because you are thinking about that specific object. Continuously you are thinking about that object, the features of the object that you saw in the advertisement. Then you are basically feeling that, wow, if I get that, that's how, it would be very nice. Because see, unless you have this feeling step, you cannot have the willing step. You think about the object, then you feel strongly what you are going to achieve by using that object. And when you have a strong feeling that you really want to achieve that object, then you come to what stage? Willing. Okay, then you put that into action, that yes, now you'll ask your parents or you'll go to the mall to buy that specific object. So thinking, feeling, willing are the activities of the mind. Now when we talk about heart is the center of the mind. Example, when you're thinking about something, what do you say? That specific object is in your heart, right? So heart is actually the center of the mind. That means when you are focusing or thinking about the same thing again and again, repeatedly, so you are having that thoughts within the core of your mind, which is the heart. So the heart is not just organ in the body, but in the subtle sense, heart is what? Center of the mind. And that is the place where soul resides. And that is why that is the place which is the most important for the body to function. So if we talk about an insect doesn't have a heart organ, but insect is also one of the species. So the soul and the super soul, they stay inside the insect also. But the location is that specific point in that species from where everything works, from where the entire functioning of that body is carried out. Do you understand? Even tree doesn't have a heart as an organ, but soul and super soul reside in that area of the tree from where the entire tree is being made functional. And now you understand why we feel within our hearts, why we have that feeling within our hearts, because that is where the soul resides. And it is the existence of the soul which makes us conscious. It makes us conscious of our body, it makes us conscious of the surroundings, it makes us alive. A dead body is not conscious of its body or the surroundings, but a living body is, because living body has a soul. So as you can see here, Krishna is residing in each and every living entity. And when there is transmigration of the soul from one body to another, you remember we talked about reincarnation last time. We talked about this fact that the results that we attain are dependent on our past karmas, not just in this lifetime, but also it could be from previous lifetimes. So, in the form of super soul, Krishna witnesses all our activities, all our karmas, and based on our karmas, we get the result. So, Krishna, as a super soul, witnesses our activities and he is like a judge. He is like a judge here, keeping a watch on what we are doing. And accordingly, we get rewarded or punished based on our actions. So, when an individual is doing something not in accordance with the law, he might think that I can do this because nobody is watching. But actually, Krishna, residing in his heart, is watching his activities. So, just thinking that we can do whatever we want when there is nobody around, so that thought itself is a foolish thought. You must have heard this, elders saying that God is watching you, what we are doing. So, this is how God watches us in the form of Paramatma or Super Soul. He is watching, he is witnessing all our activities. And last time you remember, we said that here in the material world, there is cycle of birth and death. So, one who takes birth is sure to die, and one who dies is sure to take birth. Now, connected with this, Krishna is the well-wishing friend of every living entity. So, what does Krishna do? Is that every time he is accompanying us. When we transmigrate from one body to another, at that time also, Krishna as a super soul is with us, the souls. We are souls. Krishna is super soul. He is always accompanying us when we change the different bodies. And this tree or branches of the tree can be compared to different bodies. We are flying from one branch to another or one tree to another, desiring to enjoy, with a wish to enjoy. And Krishna is always accompanying us, witnessing our activities. And in this life experience, one who is always there for us, we consider that person as our most, well-wisher as compared to our other contacts, other people that we know, right? One who assures that I'm always with you whenever you You need me, I'm there for you. So we always think that this specific person is our well-wisher, right? But can there be a well-wisher better than Krishna for us? Krishna is not only accompanying us in this life, but in whatever life forms we transmigrate, he accompanies us. Even if a soul takes the body of a hog, still in that abominable condition, in that abominable species, Krishna resides with the soul in the heart. Just think, in such abominable species also, Krishna doesn't leave us. And he is waiting. See, he is waiting for us to turn our face towards him. But we are eating the stool. What does hog eat? Stool, filthy things, excretory waste. It eats, right? So the enjoyment, actually, according to Vedas, the enjoyment in this material world is compared to stool. And those who run after enjoyment are compared to hogs and dogs. That's what it is. I'm sorry, very harsh words, but that's what is there in the Vedas. And that is why when we talk to people about spirituality, they are not interested. It's just like, when you offer a cake or a nice, sweet preparation to a hog will not like it because hog is interested in eating the stool. So similarly, those who are engrossed into material enjoyment, they are busy in enjoyment, and when you tell them to take spiritual knowledge, to listen about God, they will not be interested. And Krishna, while residing in our hearts, is actually also fulfilling our wishes, our desires. Example, now if we wish for something, because Krishna is residing in our hearts with us, he knows what we are wishing for. He knows it. And if based on our past karmic balance, if we are eligible to obtain that specific wish, then Krishna fulfills it. And this is going on for millions and billions of births. We have taken birth millions and billions of times. And in all our births, Krishna is accompanying us. And whatever desires we make, he fulfills them. And at the same time, he is witnessing our activities and keeping complete karma balance record with him. So this super solar Paramatma is Krishna acting as a judge. Okay? There is another verse in the Bhagavad Gita where Krishna says that I am the seed giving father of all living entities. Okay? And in another verse, Krishna says that all living entities are his parts and parcel. Now if you have to approach Krishna, would you like to approach him as he is in the Paramatma, the judge form, or would you like to approach him when he is as seed giving father, as a father form? Which form of Krishna would you like to approach, judge or father? And tell me the reason why you feel so. You understand the question? Do you understand the question? Same person, in the office he is judge, at home he is father. So would you like to approach him at home when he is father, or would you like to go to the courtroom and approach him when he is a judge? What would you do? Come on, tell me, Kayan Prabhuji. Would you like to approach father or judge?
Father.
Okay, what about Sia? Father or judge?
Father.
Father, right, very good, because judge will punish you, but father will forgive you, right? So when we approach Krishna, we don't have to approach him when he is in the form of super soul or Paramatma. We approach him when he is in the form of father, because then he will be affectionate, he will forgive our mistakes, and he will love us. He loves us. Obviously, he loves us a lot. In fact, his love is unlimited. Krishna, as a father, loves all living entities, and his love is unlimited. You can't measure how much he loves us. So when you go to judge, you will get punished. Like for example, if a son has committed some mistake, if he goes to his father in the courtroom, at that time father is acting like a judge, so he has to punish his son. But if he approaches his father at home and accepts his mistake, then father forgives him. So similarly, we must approach Krishna as his sons and daughters, right? And seek his mercy. But before that, we have to understand that why we are stuck here in the material world. Okay? Why we are stuck here? Why we are stuck in the cycle of birth and death? Why we have to approach Krishna? Why it is mandatory to approach Krishna in order to get out of this miserable condition? And before that, we have to accept this also, that yes, we are in miserable condition. If we say that we are happy, okay, I have to grow old, it's okay, it's a part of life. I have to face death, it's okay, it's a part of life. I have to suffer from diseases, it's okay, it's a part of life. If we think like that, then we are not the right students to take spirituality. But when we think out of the box, that why I have to suffer? Is there an immortal life? I don't want to die. Why I have to face death? How can I get out of the cycle of birth and death? So before getting into spirituality, one has to be assured, one has to strongly feel that yes, he is in misery. If he feels that, then only he will actually inquire the further spiritual dimensions of existence. Otherwise, that person will not inquire, because he has adjusted with whatever is happening around. Like just like, there is a bird. What do we say? Pigeon. There is a cat which is approaching pigeon. Now, if pigeon doesn't fly away, and instead, pigeon closes his eyes and say, now I cannot see cat, so cat will not catch me. I'm safe. Will he be saved? No. Right? So when we adjust ourselves with the miserable conditions here and do not strive for spirituality, we are just like a pigeon closing our eyes from death. And ultimately, this body will be destroyed at the time of death. Again, we'll have to take another birth. But if one strives for spiritual knowledge, try to get out of the cycle of birth and death, then one attains the spiritual kingdom. You remember last time we studied material world, spiritual world. So next time we'll talk about the different miseries that we have to face in the material world. Little bit, in detail we'll study, and why it is important to approach Krishna, and what is the root cause of our being stuck here in the cycle of birth and death. Okay, on all these points we are going to discuss. Were you able to understand what I said? Or any questions you have, please ask. Do you understand everything that we spoke today, beta? What about Sia? You understood?